When the things you seek have been lost to time, look no further. We can go get them. We're Murphy's Inc. Murphy's Inc. is not responsible for any time paradoxes, historical retaliations, or other risks related to the delivered artifact. Any questions regarding the company's liability or tax information will be answered in time. Last time on Murphy's Inc. Philippe is in critical condition after taking a knife in the back. Luckily, Silphium, the super plant, was available at the time. He might just pull through. Speaking of Silphium, Michael was able to complete his team's contract and deliver the plant as requested. Meanwhile, Daphne's team has been preparing to make the jump back to Baghdad circa 1258 CE. Gleason was experimenting in an attempt to figure out when and where Marie is, when something didn't go quite as planned. Marie now seems to be in a bit of danger.
Personnel file number 8675309, Daphne Jung. A young woman of Korean descent, Daphne is a bit quirky and sometimes eccentric. She's blunt and direct, which occasionally comes in handy in her leadership role within Murphy's Inc. Her subordinates tend to listen to her and respect her authority and judgment. Although she considers herself to be a team player, Daphne can be self-centered and unaware of how her personality comes across as a bit bossy and mean. But Daphne's love for Murphy's Incorporated and its mission is what she holds near and dear to her heart.
Well, the machine has cooled down enough for your team to go through. Ready to jump?
Sure, why not? You know, you certainly are not setting me up for success.
Oh, come on, Daphne. This is going to be an easy job.
Don't tell me it's an easy job again, or I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Please, Daphne. I only meant that you only have a few days to just go back
To
and
take pictures of an old library. But I'll be babysitting these new agents while trying to do my job. I don't need that extra stress.
Hey, that's not fair.
Your new agents are perfect for this mission. You have the experience, one is the most learned of all of us, and the other can draw the House of Wisdom to scale, like the client wanted. It's perfect.
Look at them. One isn't even awake.
Lost in self-love, you dread our distant goal.
See, there's nothing to worry about.
All right, can we just get on with it?
But of course. Remember, the client wants the latest version of the ancient House of Wisdom, so you'll be going into Baghdad just before its destruction.
We'll be fine. Don't miss us too much. Come on, lady. We're leaving.
Huh? What are we waiting for?
How long have we been back?
Almost 16 hours.
They should have finished surgery by now.
Taking longer can be a good sign, right?
How are you feeling?
What?
How are you feeling?
I wish you hadn't gone back for the plant the first time. I mean, then none of this would have happened.
It was the wrong call.
So, you regret it?
It was a judgment call. I made a reasonable decision based on the available information at the time.
So, you don't regret it?
That's not... I regret that Philippe got hurt, but...
Seriously, Michael?
What?
You just don't want to admit you were wrong.
That's not... Look, nothing in our line of work is risk-free. You just choose what risk you're willing to accept.
What about the second time with the plant?
Philippe wanted me to grab it, so I did.
What if he hadn't wanted you to?
Then I would have left it behind. At that point, his survival was the priority.
You really mean that?
Yes, Stephanie, I do. Gleason, what's the word?
Well, surgery is over. He's still in critical condition, but stable. The doctor said whatever substance was used on his wound was remarkably effective. It saved his life. It is good that you managed to bring a sample back of the plant. In time, we should be able to do a lot of good with it.
That's what Philippe wanted. He was willing to die for it.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come down to that.
And what about the machine?
I'm estimating it'll take a few days to repair it. Thanks to the emergency, we had to pull you back before the machine had time to properly cool down. Although I managed to get Daphne's team through safely, they're basically stranded for the time being.
How big a problem is that?
Well, Daphne's team is in 1258 Baghdad.
Right. How much time before the Mongols destroy the city?
Gleason?
About 4 days, give or take.
So that's a big problem.
I didn't think this place would be so lively.
Baghdad was the center of the Islamic Golden Age. Abbasid investment in their capital made it the epicenter of learning and culture. Shame that the decline of the Abbasid Caliphate and government corruption dimmed this place. It was once more radiant than now.
Man, would you look at this place? Oh, the Abbasid arches. Man, look at that stucco. Wait, is that an observatory?
We can talk about corruption or architecture later. First things first. Take this.
What's this for?
You are renting a place for us. Make sure people can't hear us from the outside. And you are coming with me.
Wouldn't it make more sense for us to stick together?
Look, we need a place to put our stuff, and there are plenty of people around, so who's to say who our escort is? We are going to scout the area because we can't just waltz in without any information. So take our bags and meet us back out here when you can.
Make sure to hurry, or I'll steal all the good tomes before you get back.
Stop it!
I was just thinking that something might happen if, I leave you both alone here.
I don't want to argue with you in the streets. I've been doing this for a while, and most places are like this. We will be fine. Just do what I'm asking you, okay?
Fine. Okay.
Great. Make sure you only use your cover name. Let's go.
So I don't get to steal any soon-to-be-destroyed books?
We're in public. What is wrong with you?
Only use your cover name. Like I don't know that. Thank you. You're a lifesaver.
Kalimera, Mac. And please, stay out of trouble.
Will do. Peace be upon you. Okay. I think it was this way. Hey, does anyone know how to get to the House of Wisdom? Anyone? I guess not.
Assalamu alaikum, traveler. May I assist you?
Hi. Sorry, I'm a little lost.
You don't seem only a little lost.
No, yeah, I'm pretty lost. Can you give me directions?
To the House of Wisdom. Is that what you said?
Yep, that's the one.
I can take you there.
That's okay. I don't want to be a burden.
There will be no burden. I am going there as well. Please accompany me. Perhaps we can share some stories to pass the time.
Hey man, I don't want to get into any trouble.
I do not see any trouble you would face. Ah, I understand. My clothes are clean, and I hope I look well shaven enough not to pass for a brigand. But fear not, for I won't take any offense for that. Merely head in that direction until you find the main road. Travel for a bit, and then you should be able to spot the river of old men traveling in one direction. It is either for a mosque or for the House of Wisdom. You could follow me from a distance if it makes you so comfortable. It is my destination.
Sorry, I just got into town and I'm still so confused as to where everything is. Is it okay if I join you?
If you wish. I do ask that you follow my every instruction. Our next turn should be up ahead.
Thanks. I appreciate the help, Mr.
Yusri. I know it is difficult for travelers to find their way around this place that I call home. There is no shame in momentary ignorance.
Do I stand out that much?
Well, Baghdad is a worldly city. Many types of men enter the gates. Though, I admit that you have a dialect I have never heard before. Some of your words and sayings are foreign to my ears.
Nah. I mean, yes. I come from a place pretty far from here.
Where from, if I may ask?
Gayo. A place called Gayo. I'm Demba from Gayo.
I don't think I've ever heard of Gayo.
It's near Ghana. Wagadu. It's right before you reach it.
I apologize, but I am ignorant of the happenings in that part of the world.
There's no shame in momentary ignorance. That is what you said, right?
Yes, that is true. I did not think you to be so wise.
Well, it's my job. I translate books. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, then the masters will be overjoyed. As a student of the stars and sciences, I welcome you. Demba, a soon-to-be listener of dead masters like Ibn Sinha and Abu Mashar.
Cool. It sounds like this place means a lot to you. But, what do I know?
Oh, my hope is to eventually create a great work. To reach the minds of the coming generations and have them listen to my voice long past my time on this earth. It is only natural to be in awe of those who have already achieved that feat. Do you have any wish like that? You have traveled far to just translate books?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Taking it one step at a time.
God doesn't always make our purposes clear. That is why we strive to live under his example. It will come to you.
I hope so.
We are coming to it up here. Thank you for the walk. It is nice to talk to someone new.
That was fast. Alive with my coin purse. You aren't a brigand after all.
Speaking of brigands, I am meeting with friends at sundown if you wish to see more of the city. There is a tavern by the Tigris where we play backgammon and listen to music. You should meet us.
I'd like to, but my companions and I have a lot of work to do.
Took you long enough.
And there they are.
I do not see your companions as escorts.
It's complicated.
What's complicated?
In my homeland, we acknowledge that those born to an elevated family are blessed with privileges. You know how beliefs are.
Please, forgive my intrusion, but do be cautious. Some of the locals may prefer them to conform to our customs.
There are so many books in this place. She wouldn't let me inside.
How did you get here so fast?
Yoga. And a few of my own ancient secrets.
Allow me to introduce my traveling companions. The loud one is Theodore Malaki, and this is her servant, Huang Gaun.
A pleasure to meet you.
Yusri al-Shakur. The pleasure is all mine.
While it is a pleasure to meet you, we do have to get going.
We aren't in that much of a hurry, though.
Yes, we are.
I don't mean to intrude into your business. I wish you all a joyous day, and peace be upon you.
And unto you, peace.
Is that what you're supposed to say?
Not unless you want to be rude.
We can start with the mission now. I'll take pictures of the place. Theodora, you are going to find the books that the client wanted and switch them out. Demba, you are going to...
Do we have to use our cover names when it's just us?
There are tons of people, and we don't know who could be listening. Having to explain it defeats the point, but we use our cover names here.
I'll take measurements from the pictures you get and sketch the interior. Got it.
Demba, we leave around 6 tonight. Here.
You work fast.
The front was too packed, but I managed to get these pics around the sides. If anyone takes this bag from me, make sure we get it back. We can't leave this here, even if it does look like a book.
Can we go now?
One important thing first. Hey, look here.
Hey, Kaun. Will it be a problem if I explore after we're done,
You're a big boy. As long as you get your work done, then I won't complain. Don't get attached. You know what happens to this place in just a few days.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Status report.
Our relief squad has arrived. They have been briefed, and we are ready to come home.
Excellent. And what of the eye? Has it been delivered yet?
Negative. The agents still have it in their possession.
And where are the agents now?
Eric, the Red, is on trial, and the agents are about to steal his set stalker. Shadow Leader and her squad are already in position. Permission to come home and debrief.
Permission denied. Your assignment was to keep them in your sight until the Eye of Norn was delivered to the Oracle, yes?
Yes, sir.
And has it been delivered?
No, sir.
Therefore, your mission is incomplete.
It's already been 5 days. If I don't return soon, I will lose my mind just like the others before.
You have been blessed with witnessing the very birth of our civilization. And you dare reject this gift from the All-Father?
No, sir. Sir, I have a wife and a young one at home. And what about my brother?
You were referred to him as Shadow 4, and you both knew when you joined the squad that something like this could happen.
Yes, but if I am gone, there will be no one who will provide for my family, and who will look out for my brother, Shadow 4. My son is the heir of my bloodline, and is yet to be dedicated to the Norn.
While I understand, you are the only one I can trust with this task. If anything goes wrong, it will erase generations of Norn. All bloodlines gone. You must complete your mission. This is the All-Father's will.
His will be divine.
Your wife will be compensated your salary until your son is of age to provide for her. I will allow one other request of your liking within reason, of course.
I wish for my son to have a proper education.
Your son will be enrolled in the Norn Academy. And pending his academic ratings upon promotion, he will receive a full scholarship at Lothbrook University. This is the All-Father's will.
His will be divine.
Your remaining squad may return. Now go and relinquish all items that are not of that time to Shadow Leader.
May I have one more request?
What is it?
I would like to send a final message to my family. To say goodbye.
Denied. I will tell your family that you died serving the All-Father, and you will be feasting in Valhalla.
This is the All-Father's will.
His will be divine.
Hello once again, Kaun. How can I help you?
You two were supposed to finish up. Where is Demba?
I'm done. I found the last book on my list right after you left for your reconnaissance. Oh, you know, they don't make books sense like they used to. The printing press made everything so uniform.
Focus. Where is Demba? I have a few more pictures of the courtyard.
Yeah, I think he went out on a break or something after you left.
That was 3 hours ago.
Wait. Looking. Yep, don't see him.
Well, can you find him? I've been trying to get into that private chamber for 2 days.
There he is.
Hey guys. Theodore. So I'm trying to wrap my head around this thing that Ushuri was telling me, that he heard from a mystic about how we don't really exist. Or something like that. That God is the only being. Do you know anything I can say that might sound smart?
Wadat al-Wujud. They don't call it that yet, but they will. Just talk about how we are united with God as a part of His essence, and therefore have to exist as a symptom of God. You can figure out the rest. Or you can do the old faithful and ask if it's heretical. Idiots always call things they don't understand heretical.
I'm not an idiot.
Then I guess you'll have no trouble debating the all-encompassing nature of God.
Okay. Thank you anyway.
Hey, where do you think you're going? We have work to do, and you were gone for 3 hours.
I was going to get a bite to eat. Relax. I can show you my finished blueprints when we get back to the room.
Finished? There are still rooms we haven't seen. Every day you disappear for hours and act like you're on vacation.
You said that as long as I get my work done, then I can go. I got my work done. What's the problem?
The job isn't done. It can't be done yet. How can you have measurements for places you haven't seen? These pictures didn't just appear in your head.
Will you lighten up? We have enough pictures of the outside that I can extrapolate the dimensions of these rooms based on their relative size to the other ones. With these pictures you have and the inside rooms I already planned, it's easy to figure out the measurements of the other ones. All you had to do was take pictures.
Settle down. We are in a library.
You think it's easy to point a magic light book towards every inch of a complex filled with a ton of bored people, all while trying to persuade groups away from whole courtyards?
This isn't easy either. I worked hard to get this done. So what if I want to meet people? Why does that bother you? I know you've been to the bathhouses since we've been here.
I'm keeping on schedule. I'm not going to apologize for bathing. It doesn't matter that you're finished when we still have work to do.
Calm down. People are staring.
You've been dogging me since we got here every day. It's the same thing. I stepped out for a few hours. So what? I have a more technical job here and I still finished it. Don't get angry with me like I'm some kid.
You don't know if it's good. All you've done is take shortcuts to make time for your new friend. We're on a team, but you act like you're on your own. It would have helped if I had someone to distract people, but instead, you were too busy sunbathing next to the tigress.
You know what the problem with you is?
That's it. I apologize, everyone. Can you believe this heat?
Ow, my ear!
What the heck are you doing?
Both of you, listen up, because I will only say this once. Raise your voice in a library like that again, and you'll wish Hulagu Khan got to you first. I'm going on a walk around the building, and by the time I get back, you two better fix whatever this is. Do we have an understanding?
Ow,
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, whatever you say.
Wonderful. See you both soon.
I wish I didn't know that woman.
I just don't get it. You don't treat her the way you treat me.
She's different from you.
How?
She's the ancient book lady that tells us the name of all the bald founding fathers. I don't like that she's here, but she has talents.
And I have to prove myself? I've jumped through time more than her. I've proven that I can handle myself on these missions.
You're an intern.
Oh, I am a field agent now.
It doesn't matter. You've shown me that you don't think about all the parts of the mission. You only care about yourself and if you do well.
I've done multiple missions and found time to do your ridiculous fetch quests along the way. It's always fine Chinese jade, or original Muha print, or wine from Intra du Mers. I always get the job done. Isn't that enough for you?
That's exactly what I mean. I don't ask for a lot. It shouldn't be a do-or-die scenario to buy wine from a stall. But somehow you manage to make that happen almost every time. I keep giving you simple tasks, thinking you can't possibly be shot at, but it keeps happening. And don't dare say it was Stephanie's fault.
I wasn't... Oh, wait. You had time to learn her name, but not mine? And what exactly are you trying to insinuate?
I'm saying this has happened too often for you to say it was your partner's fault. You and your partner are supposed to cover each other's faults. I can't do everything. Michael can muscle his way through Maori warriors or find water in the desert, but he's hopeless when it comes to flirting with aristocrats. She might not cover for you, but based on this mission alone, I can tell you definitely don't cover for her.
You don't know me. At least Steph respects me. With you lately, it's always about how I'm not good enough or how I messed up. I can't do anything right with you. I've tried.
All this time, you only thought about yourself. I know you think I'm treating you unfairly, but you didn't earn this position. I didn't just become a field agent. I earned it by proving myself. When I get asked to do something, I do it. You, on the other hand, push back against most, if not everything I ask you to do.
Oh, I have done everything you've asked.
The first thing I asked you to do was to find a place for us to sleep while we were here, and you tried to argue your way out of it.
I tried to argue because I was trying to protect the two of you. You wanted me to take off in a society where it says women must have a male escort. I was trying to follow what we discussed prior to making this jump. Fine. In your eyes, I was wrong on that. But you're going to act like I've argued with you all the time. First, I bugged you too much, and now I give you space. You're still upset.
We don't need space. We need help. Why can't you understand that? While you were sketching, I was helping Theodora carry over stacks of books. I could have used help.
I'm doing my part. I don't need anyone. I didn't slow us down. What do you want me to say? I get things done and you get mad because it's not done the way you want it done. I'm not Michael. Get that through your head.
No, you're not Michael. But that's not the problem. I at least see the librarian in the library.
You know what? I've tried. Nothing will ever be good enough for you.
Gleason made a mistake. You shouldn't be here. If you give up after your first confrontation, then you're a liability.
Oh, fine. You know what? I quit. Do the job yourself.
Well, back to it, Khan. You don't have all week.
Michael, you know how much I love your visits, but please stop reminding me about my passes towards you. It was the Sylphium, and you know it. There are no repressed feelings here or anything.
Are you really expecting me not to give you a hard time about this? You made my life difficult in more than one way, Philippe.
I know. Now, will you please just go get a burger, hot dog, or whatever garbage food you're in the mood for?
Hey, you two. I'm heading to the cafeteria. Philippe, do you want me to grab you something?
No, but please get this one out of here. I'd like some peace and quiet.
I know when I'm not wanted. I'll join you, Hart. Haven't checked out the new mess hall. Now is as good a time as any.
I'm surprised with your appetite that you have yet to try our new chef. She is very sweet, but also very green.
As long as she knows how to boil water without burning it, and she can't be too green. Besides, from what I heard, they basically hired the first candidate on the spot. That must mean something.
Well, I will say there does seem to be something special about Autumn. Can't quite put my finger on it yet.
Autumn. That name seems so familiar to me.
Good afternoon. Welcome in, and please grab a seat anywhere. I'll be... Wait. No. It's you? Why are you here?
Me? More like, what are you doing here? I've been here for over a decade.
No. I have to go see Mr. Langley right away. Oh, no.
That seems to be the effect you have on most women.
This is a question posed to not only every Muslim, but those of other faiths. Enter the Nestorian Quarter and ask them this question, and they will answer with the divergence of human and divine natures being the most known fact of divinity.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. Much better.
I ask you then, pupils, can the one be imperfect? The most perfect form still has some relation to the imperfect form, of its many forms, as it were.
That's an assumption.
Settle, my friends. Even the best of us make assumptions about the world in front of us. I fail to see how I've made an assumption. Enlighten me, please.
The assumption is simple. You are saying, without evidence, that matter and the forms of matter are essentially linked, so that you can argue that the end of a form is the end of matter. Then you're going to use that to say that life cannot have an end, because turning from life to death is inherently imperfect. Matter and form aren't imperfect or perfect. They are what they are.
Well, how about this? A perfect circle exists in mathematics or in ideas, but when we create a circle in this world, it is never a perfect one. We are imperfect beings coming from perfection.
You'd have to believe that creation as a whole is imperfect. If God is perfect and the creator, you assume by this logic that they would create an imperfect creation. By your argument, you'd have to admit that God is imperfect before he created anything.
Settle down, friends. I disagree, but it is refreshing to have your beliefs disputed. A gift from Allah.
Well, I think your ideas are flawed.
Peace be on you, my friends that are leaving. It has been a long talk.
Master Al-Ashad, I apologize for my intrusion, but many on the grounds are wondering what this woman is doing without an escort.
This woman's name is Theodora. I pity your mother if this is how you treat women in public.
Master, I will not stand.
You will stifle your tongue. You will not talk to your elders that way, especially the wife of a friend and teacher.
Forgive me, I wasn't aware.
Who would I be if not understanding? You are forgiven. Tell your friends to no longer worry.
Yes, peace be on you.
Wife? I don't give those kinds of services.
I was under the impression that the momentary intrusion would be better than the legal punishments. If you wish, though, I can tell them I've been mistaken.
None of that. I've got enough problems already. Thank you for keeping the pups from biting me.
There is no need to thank me. I was merely being selfish. Perhaps we could go on a walk for a few minutes. I believe you may help me ground my ideas before my trip to Basra. Though you are incorrect, you bring up points I find interesting.
Oh, slow down there. Normally I charge for tutoring. Besides, my companions are waiting for me.
I thought you were my wife. My eyesight has been leaving me at my age. Perhaps those boys can help me find her.
You wouldn't.
It was merely a joke. Theodora, was it? I would be delighted to take you back to your companions, though I hoped you would help me understand some things I didn't quite grasp.
Yes, Theodora Malaki, at your service.
Charmed to meet you, Theodora Malaki. If you are opposed to spending a few waking moments with the magnificent Fayyad Bari Al-Ashad, then I will understand.
Great. I have to choose between the two narcissists I know or one I don't. They can handle themselves without me. I'll lead you to enlightenment, if you can follow along.
After you, then, enlightened one. I believe you have implied, based on your argument, that your positive claim is such that imperfection is the state of origin. Yet from this imperfection, we create perfection. And how?
You know what? I think it's time you answer some of my questions.
Oh, and what might they be?
Well, for starters, how long?
Please explain to what you are referring.
How long? How long are you going to hide in the shadows before you show your real intentions? How long before you destroy human existence as we know it? What you are trying to do is far beyond immoral.
And what do you assume we are doing?
Oh, don't play dumb with me. Deniability is far gone here. Sylvia is clearly your invention, and you intend to use it to cause mayhem in the world. Am I right, or am I right?
What you may consider mayhem, we consider research.
The billions of people you intend to destroy are more than research. They are lives. They have souls, not some plaything that you can disregard. You've allowed Sylvia to infiltrate the world's very infrastructure. It is taking over every aspect of life. There's no more potential in this world because of your invention. There are no more brilliant minds to usher in a new generation because artificial intelligence does everything for you.
Sylvia was provided to further the evolution of the human race.
You call this evolution? Intentionally stalling the growth of a child's intelligence. Instead of the satisfaction from hard work, Sylvia just gives them the answer.
We see no problems in allowing adolescents to surpass the trivial things in life to produce faster results.
Clearly, you have never heard the term, give a man a fish, teach a man to fish.
There is no need for your young to labor over things that they will not use in the future, like your supposed arithmetic.
It stimulates their minds and allows them to mature into adults. Why do you even care about math?
Ha! Parents can't even help their children with homework. Sylvia eliminates all variance and gives them their goals so they can move on. What's wrong with that?
The entire world is almost completely autonomous and relies on Sylvia or some type of artificial intelligence.
I'm sure you will make your point.
I'm not making a point. All I have said are facts that you already know. I simply want to know how long.
How long for what?
Before you take it all away, before you shut it down.
Currently, we see no reason to repossess Sylvia.
When you eventually do, everything will go into chaos because of the dependency you've created. All things autonomous will suddenly stop. All forms of currency will be reduced to nothing. This will likely bring about wars. Then again, we are here for your entertainment. So this is what you want. You know what? Never mind. Forget that I asked.
This episode was written by Sebastian Andrade, Ashley Dean, Tyrus Rayner, and Mark Helton. Directed by Tara Eon. Produced by Mark Helton, James Devereaux Lewis, and Tara Eon. Audio editing and effects by Joe Bly with Kiana Music. Original music by Louis Palfrey. Original artwork by Michael Leone with The Cloned Ones, LLC. This episode featured the voice talents of Kirsty Harrison as Murphy, Jenny Helton as Daphne, Shandon Loring as Michael, Mark C. Helton as Gleason, Tyrus Rayner as Isaac, Carrie Hampton as Hart, Quinn Cafarata Jenkins as Philippe, Kaz Chandler as the Librarian, Stephanie Bauman as Intern 1, James Devereaux Lewis as Intern 2, Caitlin Cole as Autumn, with Anita Kelly as Sylvia, Michelle Calhoun as the Interrogator, Catherine Hampton as the Inn Owner, Havish Ravapati as Yusri El Shakur, Brian Murphy as Fayad Bari Al-Ashad, C.R. Edwards as Shadow 1, and I'm Connor Howard, your announcer. This series is developed and proudly produced by 97 to Now Productions. For more information about the show, please visit our website. Tune in next time as Murphy's Inc. continues.